Hello everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. This is Aviation 04, and today we are doing an update of Syracuse Hancock International Airport. So this one is a pretty jam-packed update. This is kind of going off the events of what happened in the summer of 2019, so it's kind of going to be a little bit of a throwback update. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. There are quite a few diversions, and I'll explain what the diversions were for when we get to them. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you to RM Model Store for sponsoring this video. He's selling NG models and Gemini jets now, so please check him out. And if you'd like a 10% discount, use code Aviation04, no space, all capital. It's on the screen now, and you'll get a 10% discount. So I would definitely recommend you do that so you can save some money. And without further ado, let's get into the update. So right here we have a JetBlue A320 in the FDNY livery. He arrived in from Orlando and he's getting pushed back out there now. As I said, this is taking place in 2019, so that's why the Orlando flight is currently here. So he's heading out to Orlando. And then we have a Frontier A320neo, Sonny the Collared Lizard livery. He arrived in from Orlando as well, and he's going to head out to Chicago O'Hare in about 40 minutes or so. And right here we have the first diversion of the day. We have a JetBlue A321 by NG Models. By the way, this is the one with the broken antenna. I got it back into place, so it's right there. It looks pretty good now, so I'm really happy that I was able to fix it. But anyways, he arrived in from Los Angeles, and he was heading to JFK. However, the weather in New York City is really bad right now. Well, it was really bad at the time. So he diverted to Syracuse. Now they actually had flights diverting to Rochester, Buffalo, Albany. So and this one actually came to Syracuse. So we have a JetBlue A321 by NG Models. He's arriving in from Los Angeles on the diversion. And then over at the cargo ramp, we have a UPS 767-300. He arrived in from Louisville, and he's going to head out there very shortly. And then we have a FedEx 767-300. He arrived in from Indianapolis, and he's going to head out to Memphis. Now, I actually did move the cargo ramp area. Before, it took up a ton of space, so... And it's actually like this in real life, so... it's a bit more realistic. But anyways, he arrived in from Indianapolis, and he's going to head out to Memphis. And here's a better view of the cargo ramp. So I basically just turned it 90 degrees. I didn't add the terminal. I will be making a cargo terminal soon, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I turned the whole thing 90 degrees, so I think it looks better, and it saves quite a bit of space, so... we'll move on now. And then we have an American A321 by NG Models. This one also came broken to me. However, I did fix it as well, so it's all good as new, which is good. By the way, if you want to check out that unboxing, it'll be linked up in the corner now. He arrived in from Charlotte, and he's going to head out there in a little while. Now, American, they operated the A321 a lot last year. And coincidentally enough, the same day that I'm recording this, an American A321 is actually coming in from Charlotte, so I thought that was kind of funny, but he's heading out to Charlotte in a little while. And then we have an American A319. He's gonna head out to Chicago O'Hare. They did fly the 319 from O'Hare in 2019. However, that is now on a E175, so for the purpose of the video, I figured I'd put this in. The 321 was kind of supposed to replace the 319, but I will probably still be putting it in just because I need to bulk it up, bulk up the American fleet. But anyways, he arrived in from Chicago O'Hare, and he's being catered up. And then we have a new model to Syracuse. We have an Allegiant A320 in the new livery with sharklets. He arrived in from Nashville, and he's currently being pushed out for a flight out to Orlando Sanford. Following that, we have another diversion. This one is a JetBlue A321. He arrived in from San Francisco, heading to New York John F. Kennedy. However, again, with the weather, they were not able to land in New York, so they diverted to Syracuse, and he's just being fueled up. He's probably going to stay here for quite a while, so I'm not sure if they're going to let the passengers off or not, but anyways, he's arriving in from San Francisco, and he's going to head out to New York John F. Kennedy whenever the weather clears up. Just arriving in from Chicago O'Hare, we have a United 737-800. He's going to head out to Chicago O'Hare in about an hour or so. All these diversions pretty much took place at 7 o'clock, around there, so he's going to head out to Chicago O'Hare at about 8 o'clock. And then we have another 2 diversions. So the bottom one is technically a little more unrealistic in terms of the livery and the plane. It's a Delta A321 in the thank you livery. He arrived in from Minneapolis, and he was heading out to New York, John F. Kennedy again. However, due to the weather, he was not able to go there. So this was actually on a 737-800, but this is the closest thing I have. And then in the back, we have a Delta 757-300. He arrived in from Los Angeles, and he too was heading out to John F. Kennedy. However, he was diverted here due to the weather. Then we have our 5th and final diversion. We have a United 737 MAX 9. He's operating as a United 737-900. He arrived in from San Francisco, heading to Newark. Unfortunately, again, due to the weather, he had to divert here. This was on a 737-900, so this is the closest thing I had. So he arrived in from San Francisco, and he will head out to Newark whenever the weather clears up. And then to conclude the update, we have a Delta MD-88, the icon of Syracuse. As you can see, there's actually a maintenance truck pulling away, and the reason being is when he pulled into his gate, when he pulled off the runway, he was unable to get the flaps up, so they were kind of locked until they got to the gate, and maintenance took care of it. So he's now about 30 minutes behind or so, and he's gonna head out to Atlanta probably in an hour or so. So they are delayed by about 30 minutes now, and that'll probably increase, but that's gonna do it for the update. I really hope you guys liked all the diversions, and I really hope you enjoyed the update. There should be an unboxing coming on Tuesday, another one. I'm so sorry they've all been spread out. They've come within a day of each other, and I try to record them on the day that I get it because I'm really excited. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. I would really appreciate that. Orlando's coming out next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to record that update. But that's going to do it, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and goodbye.